Okay, today I wanted to do a video that concerned one of the abilities that a Sasquatch has. It's often called going into stealth mode or cloaking or invisibility. Now, if you've been keeping up with Steve Isdahl's videos, him reading encounters, he had mentioned that he keeps getting questions about Dogman, and also, he's read some stories about the invisibility. So he referenced people back to me and Dave for the Dogman, and I'm going to do a video about that here soon. And also about the stealth or the cloaking. I've got a couple videos which I think show one or two different ones in that mode. And, I'm not trying to, again, my disclaimer, these videos aren't trying to prove anything, not trying to, to me, it's already been proven. No, this isn't anything to do with that. So don't, write me any comments, this is BS, I call it BS, blah, blah, blah. I really don't care what you call. If you're not here to help and be constructive, then don't watch and don't comment. There's plenty of other places for you to go troll. So, but this is for those people that have had such an encounter, have seen these things go into the stealth mode. I've personally seen it with my own eyes, and what I saw was basically very similar to what you would see on the Predator movie, except a lot better. The distortion was there, but it wasn't, when the thing was not moving, I really couldn't see it. It's only when it started moving that you could see the distortion. And so, it's really weird looking, but it's really good stuff. And I have my own theories about how they do it. In my book that I wrote, The Nephilim Among Us, I did a deep dive into infrasound and what infrasound can do, and sound itself. And I've explained in previous videos how I think sound and electromagnetism and is related, and kind of like water, ice, and vapor. It's the same thing, just, if you got magnetics, electricity and sound, they're all related. One can create the other and vice versa. And with infrasound, we're talking about vibrations. And my theory, based on my research, and this is just my theory, but if you really do a deep dive into infrasound and the abilities of low frequencies or different frequencies, it's pretty amazing what can be done. And everything has a resonance frequency, which and whether rock, whatever it is, a piece of metal, human beings. And if you know that what the resonance frequency is of something, you can control it. Now, it's long, people have claimed, and I don't disagree with it, that you can literally tune water vapor in the air by using infrasound. In other words, the vibration, you find out the resonance frequency of the water in the air, and then you can literally control it and turn it like a prism. So my theory is, most likely, that we know they use infrasound, and they have the ability to manipulate the air around them into a prism. So what they can do is they can deflect the light away from them. And so basically it's that mirroring effect. So you're, instead of seeing them, you're seeing, this foliage around them. Now, it's not like a cloak where it goes all the way around perfectly. You bend the light around the object. The military has cloaks that do that, that literally do that. And so it bends the light around whatever they're trying to hide, tank, airplane, whatever. But I think this ability for the Sasquatch is more like a mirroring effect. So you're seeing the lights going off in different directions. So that's why I think you get the predator effect, the distortion effect, because it's the way they're producing it. It's not an even type of thing. It's not, it's not perfect, and so you're getting reflections all around them. And sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's not. And I have an instance where one is sitting beside the trail. I didn't see him with my naked eye, but the camera picked him up, and he's dark green, almost completely dark green. And, doesn't really, he kind of matches the foliage, but he doesn't. But of course, I didn't see him. The camera picked him up, and then I have another film video where it's in February. It's a clear one of those clear bluebird days, and it's right in the middle of the day, and you can see the distortion. It's clear. It's a see-through distortion. Now the interesting thing is there is a tree limb that's behind me. Now I don't go through the area and hit the tree limb. I go up and around, and then this thing, this cloaked thing, is behind this limb. And in this limb, there's no wind. It's a perfectly calm day. Nothing else around it's moving. And this limb by itself gets pushed down and released, and it goes back like something either pushed it down or went through it. Now, the thing that's cloaked doesn't appear to move. So I don't know what forced this tree down and back up. But that's kind of a quick explanation. And again, like I said, this video, what I'm showing you here, is to support you, to let you know, you're not crazy. My previous video was you're not crazy. These little crazy things happen around your house that leave you scratching your head. You're thinking, that's odd, but you can't really, there's always enough doubt. But when you start talking to the other people and say this and this happened to me, and then everybody else, yeah, that happened to me too. These coincidences, I don't believe in. I don't believe that somebody in Washington is having the same type of odd things happen around their house that happen here in Tennessee. So, and it's just to kind of let you know, no, you're not crazy. They have this ability, and it's one of the things that they can do. I don't think it's magic. I don't even know if you want to call it supernatural. I think they have the access to technology we do not have. And since we don't understand the technology, we call it supernatural magic. But to me, it's a technology, it's an ability that they have to manipulate things through infrasound. Now, I could be totally wrong. I know that M.K. Davis has got some Sasquatch hair, and it looks like a prism. It's under the microscope, it's like a piece of glass. It's clear, and it bends the light. So in reality, there could be a combination of the two effects, of the way their hair is. And then if you think about it, if you added infrasound and that ability to that type of hair, you definitely have a pretty darn good cloak. And and that may be how they do it. And so that's, like I said, that's my theory. So I'm not going to get on here and say I 100% I have some pretty good circumstantial evidence, and it's more of a preponderance of all the evidence and my research that brings me to that conclusion. But as always, I'm open-minded. If you can show me I'm wrong, show me different research or better research or proof, whatever you want to call it, and I'm glad to get on board. So, this is not my 100%. This is the way it is position, but it's my educated opinion on it. So let's get into this. Let's see here. Let's do the one that's, this is the one in the Smokies in 2010. I believe it's in May. Now, this is back trail camera, and I don't have high def on this one, and that I apologize, but that's just the way it is. Now, I'm walking down this trail. I've walked this trail 1,000 times. Let me back it up here. Now, let's see. As I'm coming down this trail, if you'll look right here, you can see, well, you can actually see too, the eyes right there. I guess I should back it up a little bit. So I'm walking down this trail, and those of you that know my research, I've walked down this trail a gazillion times. This is in 2010, so I'd only been doing this a couple years in this area. So as I'm walking down the trail, you can see right here it is. And right there is probably pretty good. You can see it takes form. It's, you know, it's not a shadow in the bushes, but notice it's green, and then its hair is a little darker. And of course I'm walking, and it gets blurry as I walk. And then every now and then it gets pretty clear. Right in there. Different features clear up, like right there's probably not bad. And I keep going, da-da-da-da, and I'm gone. And I go around the curve. That's about how long it lasts. Even though I changed my angle of attack here, you can see whatever this thing is, it's solid and it's back there. I've always been amazed at how it's blurry, but the things around it are in better focus. Of course, like I said, I'm walking, jerking around, so that's why you're seeing what you're seeing here. So you can see there. See it. So that's, you know, this was in 2010. Let me go back here. Yep. Here's some of the better facial shots. I got some close-ups of the best shot, but you know, you can kind of see it's not totally with us here, and it's not right in there. See right there, it moved. See it? Watch it. See it move? See, it's looking this way, and then it's looking straight across the trail. Then it right there. See it? Right there. Turns its head just a little bit to watch me. And there's my coffee. See that? Look at that. See it? It's like he's back, leaning back a little bit, and as I'm starting around, he leans forward right there. So the moving pareidolia. And by the way, this does not fit the definition of pareidolia because I changed my angle of attack from this object. Maintains its integrity. Sunlight angles are different, light angles are different, shadow angles are different. If it was pareidolia, it would disappear after a step or two. See, like that. See it? Moving right there. It's right there for those who are going to say, I can't see nothing. I don't know what you're looking at. Right there. See right there? He's back, leans forward, and turns his head. I got some stills of that. Well, here's a still capture. Now this is with a high def camera a couple years later, but right there's where he was sitting. You can see there's not a whole lot of foliage right there. Actually, what was weird is it was really strange. I was gonna be honest with you. This area had a couple more of these rhododendron, and they died. So I don't know if what it was doing killed them off or what, but I thought that was strange. You can see that they're dead here. Of course, this is a tree that fell, but this is that dead rhododendron. You can see it. So let's see here. Now here it is on 5/22/2010, and then I go back, and this is the same tree, same area, still capture, similar still capture. You can see the low def, but you can definitely see it. This is not there. You can see the tree limb going through that area. So I got now here's when I got my high def camera, and so you can see it 2000, it's 2 years later, but same angle, as best I could get the angle, and you can see there's nothing there. And again, you can see the dead rhododendron, which is, like I said, weird. Of course, here's me just showing. Now here's me. I did some filters on it and turned it black and white. Nose and the edge of the mouth right there. See right there, the edge of the mouth? You can see his eyeball, his right eye, nose. And it's probably too big. I need to make that smaller. I don't know if because it gets too big now. It was not going to make me smaller. It's bigger. So you can see here the eye. That's pretty good. You can see the eye really good. Sclera and the pupil. And you can see the corner of its mouth. That's what I'm showing you here. Again, the eye and that's really too close. You're just gonna. There's one of the best shots of it, you know. There you go. There's the corner. Anyway, so there he is. Got to go back to the original size. And let's see. There's another one. There's where I flip the color to black and white and lighten it up so you can see the eye in the corner of the mouth. All right, and then that's we start the other one. So let's so that was in 2010. Now in February, I've got it on this other program here. See if I'm still recording. Yeah, I'm still recording. So let's see here. This is February 11th. Okay, so I'm walking. You can see it's kind of bright here. Let me filter this real quick for you. Pull it down here to filter it. I've got all kinds of stuff down here. Didn't realize. Okay, now that's the tools, power tools. Oops, it's fix and enhance is what we need there. And we're just going to keep it simple. Let's see, that's great. I like a fancy program. You can do all kinds of goodies. And all I want to do is brightness and contrast. So let's pull it down a little darker. Let's hit the contrast there, and then let's get up there. That's a little better. So we're going to run through. Now I'm walking, and I've got a back trail camera on, so and I'm stepping over. It's really thick in here. This is in February. You can see there's still quite a bit of green foliage in here. So I'm going around the area. I'm not going straight through. So I'm going around the area. And then right here is where all the action is. I bet you I'm going to have to do some sort of other editor because it's not going to. So the stealth thing is right here. That's his head. But there's a bush right here. There's a little sapling. Watch this sapling. See if you push forward on its own and go back. No, there's no wind blowing. None of these trees are moving. Yeah, that's not good. It jerked all over the place on me. And then I keep going. Let me get another editor on this thing here. This might be better. Yeah. I'm just gonna let this play through at full speed. I'm having to go over and under and around. I start, watch this, watch it, see it? Then I pushed it down to the right. And then let's see here. Let's do it again here. Now the thing that's in stealth mode is right there. You can see it head right there. And I keep going. Let's see. Let me put that in another editor. I'm going to pause this for a second. So I'm back. So I've got this in another editor. Here's the guy in stealth mode. You can see that's an eye, and that's his cone-headed back of his head. That's his mouth. So right here is the sapling in question. And just watch it there. See it? Move forward and down. Okay, watch it. It springs back. Let's go backwards here. I think it goes forward a little bit better than it goes backwards. So no wind, nothing here. These trees aren't moving. And we got, there it goes. Gotta get back here. So, you can see it there. Right there. So I settle my shoulders, stop for a second. This thing in stealth mode's right there, right in front of it. Watch it. There it goes. It goes down and then to the right, you'll notice. It's pushed down and then to the left. And so like something's pushing it out of the way. But I don't see anything here. What's weird is I don't see any distortion like something's moving. Here's the only distortion I see, and I don't know if he's just pushing this down out of the way or what. And then it goes back. Well, actually, if you look right, if you watch the whole stealthy thing here, watching, see, he does move, it all moves together just a little bit. He may be pushing it out with his arm, you just can't see it. Right? See, right there. Just watch the whole figure, it kind of ripples. See that? Because that's his right arm up into his shoulder. And that's his right side of his face and cheek, his head, and watch. Kind of moves together. Yeah, it looks like it comes forward. The whole, apparatus here, whatever that is, comes forward. Same time that this comes forward. See? See? There. So that's that guy. And that's a different, this is more of what I saw. Except what I saw was even better than this, actually. You can make out some things here. And you can kind of see that that's the dome shape of his head right there, eye and eye. And that's his chest and his shoulders. He's behind this tree. This bush is over to the left a little bit. You move down, see the bush? Down. Back, of course, I'm start walking again, so everything gets all side goggling. You can see that. And I change angles, change position, and whatever this is maintains its integrity through the whole thing. So there's that. I got some still captures to show you. I'll pause it for a second while I'm getting those pulled up. Again, I think, make sure, yeah. So here are some of the still captures from that. Right there. And what I did is I highlighted the area and then of course hit the contrast and stuff. You can see his eyes, and that's his dome-shaped head there, and there's a little bush in front of him. Let's see here. There's another capture, and there I'm just to highlight it, cut it out. You can really see right there. See his eye. Right there's his ear. Some people said that's not a squatch. I don't know what it is. It's not a Sasquatch. That's pretty good right there. You can see. Of course, a lot of people call BS, and that's fine. If you don't believe it, you don't have to. I'm not showing this to prove anything. But for those who have seen it, or have seen it and thought to yourself, man, I'm as crazy as a loon. I just didn't see that. It's weird when you see it. I'll just be honest with you. When you really see it with your own eyes, this is back trail, didn't know this was happening. You can really see the eye right there. And those are just different cutouts. And there's another face in the cutout. And there's a dog man. And we'll get into the dog man. That's a horse-headed dog man. We'll get into the dog man next video. I've gone long enough on this one. Some people will probably comment, hey man, you just wasted 30 minutes of my life. And that's good. Thanks for watching and leaving a comment. That's a scary one. I remember that one. See that? The lady took this picture out and sent it to me. This was on her front porch. You see that? And it's crazy, isn't it? Whew. I could spend all day going through half of these crazy pictures I had. And this is the silver thing that materialized behind me. In a portal, out of a portal, who knows? Just, And then there's the little Darrow. So anyway, I better get off. We'll do. And all I've done here is I straightened it up and really worked on the contrast and stuff. And it's what you get. And that right eye really came out good once you start cleaning it up. to de-blur it and stuff. Dark and lighten it. Nose hose in that right side, there's a leaf or something right there. There's one ear and there's the other. And like I said, this is a horse head. I call it horse headed because the snout looks more like a horse's snout. Didn't mean to get into the dogman stuff. So anyway. And I'll show you the horse headed one. See? Work real hard on it there. You can get all that to pull out. MK Davis. I'm not MK Davis by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know, you just over time you learn the filters to use. You work on it, you work it out, you work on it some more. And, you know, sometimes a frame or two will pull out some pretty good stuff. Anyway, it's still blurry though. I wish they wouldn't be so blurry. Well, anyway, with that being said, guys, I hope this was helpful for those of you who have had this kind of experience. Like I said, you're not crazy. It does happen. They do have the ability. You know, my personal opinion, I got it on camera and wanted to show you what it looked like. Maybe this will help somebody. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hopefully, like I said, I'll get a Dogman video out, a little bit more detail, you know, about them and my experiences with them. For those who've asked Steve about the Dogman, or you know, who said, you know, you don't have any Dogman experiences. Well, there's plenty out there, and hunters and everybody alike do see them. So and the stealth mode thing. So until next time, y'all take care and be safe out there, and I will talk to you later.